Jain, Mr. T.K. Nair, Dr. D.V. Kapoor, the CEPM Fellowship Award winners, Mr. Anuj Agarwal, Mr. Jha, Mr. Ranganathan, Mr. Vipin Sindhi, and our very, very distinguished Chairman of ISRO and Secretary Space, Shri A.S. Kiran Kumar. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be here and to be the honorary chairman of this 25th Global Symposium on Transforming India through Project Mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, India is growing at about 7% per annum. It remains an oasis of growth in the midst of a very barren economic landscape across the world. But our challenge is to grow at even higher rates of 9 to 10% per annum, year after year, year after year, year after year, so that we can lift a very young population above the poverty line. I take this opportunity of welcoming the Honorable Minister for Commerce and Industry, Mr. Suresh Prabhu, who's been a source of inspiration and motivation to all of us. So welcome, Honorable Minister. So, ladies and gentlemen, if our challenge is to grow at those high rates of 9 to 10%, and this has been achieved post-World War II, it was achieved by Japan, it was later achieved by Korea, and in recent times achieved by China. And if they were able to achieve it, they were able to achieve it with a certain level of discipline and a certain level of a project mindset. Without a project mindset, it is not possible to achieve this. Our process of urbanization has just begun. When European countries and America urbanized, land, gas, and water were cheaply available. These are all scarce commodities. If we were to follow the American model of urbanization, we will require 4 planet Earth. We don't have 4 planet Earth. We have only 1 planet Earth. And therefore, the challenge will be to do very innovative and very sustainable urbanization. And this would require a very unique set of project mindset. Because when Europe and America urbanized, they built cities for cars and not for people. Cities like Atlanta were made where 99% of the people travel by car. But today's urbanization requires you to embed your cities with public transportation. And this would require, we are today doing about 50 metros in our towns. We are doing highways, we are doing roads, we are doing bullet trains. Our process of urbanization in the next 5 decades will be to construct more than what we have done in the last 5,000 years. And this would require a very high level of professional discipline. It would require knowledge, it would require expertise, and it would require a very high level of professional discipline. I mean, look at a country like Japan, where the Shinkansen, which started 50 years back, has never run late for more than a minute. Never run late for more than a minute. And when it runs for more than a minute, the chairman of the bullet train has to go and apologize to all the consumers personally on the train. Therefore, despite earthquake, it's never run late more than a minute. Now, when we were selecting our technical partner for this, Japan was an automatic choice. It was an automatic choice not merely for the financial package, but for the fact that it had wonderful project management skills. It had delivered a project which neither the Chinese nor the Germans nor the French could ever deliver. And therefore, it was an automatic choice. And I think what we need to do is to imbibe that sense of project management as we unfold our many corridors of development, as we unfold our many bullet trains, as we unfold our many metros in due course, and as we take our process of urbanization forward, which will really drive the process of 9 to 10% growth for the next 3 to 4 decades of this country. And this would require a huge level of discipline and project mindset and learning and from some of the world's best example. And therefore, this is a unique public symposium. This is 25th year of Global Symposium, which Mr. Adesh Jain has been directing, has been driving, and I would like to compliment him on this occasion. And it awards some of the best project managers of this country, and therefore there are unique people like Mr. Kiran Kumar who are here, who have demonstrated India's unique ability to do not merely great project management, but also unique frugal engineering to be able to put the orbiter around the Mars at 1/10 the cost of what America has done. And therefore this ability and the talent is all available in India. We've done a lot of unique frugal engineering for the rest of the global markets, and we have demonstrated that in India. And this is a learning experience, so I would really welcome all of you to this occasion. I would also take this opportunity of welcoming the Honorable Minister, who's an immense source of inspiration and motivation to all of us. And he's one person who's always thought progressively, who's a forward-thinking minister, and whose vision has always been to take India to a high trajectory growth rate. He's demonstrated this earlier in his stints in environment, in his stints in power ministry, in his very progressive and forward-looking approach in railways, and now in industries and commerce, where he's determined to make India the key driver of exports for India. So it's a great pleasure to be in the midst of the Honorable Minister here. With these few words, I'll conclude my welcome address. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.